Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? Happy Monday, everybody. It is on. I thought the camera wasn't on for a minute there. That's very strange. How are we doing? Are you having a great week? I mean, it's early in the week to be able to decide this. But are you having a good one already for a Monday? Happy Labor Day weekend for us fellow Americans. Well, happy Labor Day to all you Americans out there. Well, happy Labor Day weekend, I should say. Good afternoon, Mark Watson, for being a member for 37 months. That is a lot of months. Thank you very much. Good afternoon to you too. Good afternoon to Tattooed Zoologist, Music Mad, Stoogie, Laura Brand, Fake Street Spirit, Thomas, Edward, Keith, Vicious Goose, Martin Spoon, Cameron, Reza, Ricky Drinks Paints, Zara, Kinky, nice, Asmodeus, Carl, Steve. Back to school this week. Teacher here. Ah, yes. We went to Morrison's earlier, and we were like, I wonder when the kids go back. I think it's tomorrow. It's Wednesday, is it? It's a couple of inset days first. Is that right? Anyway, I'm sorry you have to go back. It's Space Marine 2 week. It is indeed Space Marine 2 week, guys. Early access. If you have ordered the gold or the Ultra Edition, you will be able to play the game on Thursday. Theoretically. And that is what we're going to be doing. On Thursday, Reza and I are going to be playing Space Marine 2. And we're going to be doing it on stream for all of you guys. So we'll start the polling now with everyone. Because one thing I'm interested to know is, what do you... You're going to see Space Marine 2, but should we play the campaign or should we play through the co-op? Which one should we do? Because we don't know. Both the co-op though. So there's the co-op missions type thing, the operations. So do we do the operations or do we do the campaign? I thought you said Morrison's not the co-op. Very good. We have a co-op near us. They're very good. Very nice little co-op. We have a co-op and a Morrison's within walking distance. It's very nice. It's very convenient. 2 inset days. Okay, so you're back on Wednesday. Campaign, then co-op. Interesting. Anyway, today I'm going to try and not get this wrong because I created a new scene, you see. So there's a couple of things that are new around here. So what you'll see is when I press this button, we go to our overhead, as you are familiar with. And here is Qin Xa, the master of the Keshig. Here he is. But because we're going to be filming live, rather than me doing all of that minimizing one by one, I thought, well, how about we just have a button where I do that and it gets rid of. So it should be everything's gravy. You see? All I have to do then is just mute the music. I'm pretty pleased with myself. It's the simplest thing in the world, but I'm pretty pleased with myself. I promise you, I am a real YouTube streamer. Who will be victorious? Only the faithful. Yes. Anyway, we're currently preparing our 5-year-old, as of yesterday, for her first day at school. The first day at school. I remember them well. Such a wonderful time being at school. I enjoyed it as a kid. Your life seemed easier. You didn't have to worry about taxes and paying the electric bill. It's just great. But yes, so today we're going to be starting the paint job of Qin Xa. And we're going to be filming it live. And we're not obviously going to get through the whole thing because it is quite a chunky model. We're going to do as much of it as we can, and then we'll do some more of it next week. Because at the moment, I'm very busy. There's quite a few videos that I've got to make. And you can intimate from that what you will. Hello, Captain Manrings. You are also a fabulous human. A girl named Hannah pinched me on my first day of school. She's in Azkaban now. Oh, wow. My son's first day at school seems like it was last year, but Wednesday he starts 6th form. Oh, my. Oh, my. And then it's off to university afterwards. And then no more first days at school. But yes, so here we are. We have... No, that's the wrong one. There we go. So there's Qin Xa. We have the display base here. We have the model there. And, well, as always, guys, if you could please leave a like on the stream, that would be incredible. Our first target is to get to 50 likes on the stream. Because the more people that like it, the more people come. And the more people that come, the more people talk. And the more people that talk, the more people subscribe. Not in that order. But new Stormcast indeed. I don't have the new Stormcast yet. You will be the first to know when I do. No, you won't. I don't have them though. I promise. But I'm really looking forward to them. I don't have them yet. Yes. I'll either get them a little bit early, or I'll get them at the same time as everybody else. Who knows? It's up to Games Workshop. Good evening, James Cameron Clark. How you doing? But yeah, please do leave a like on the stream. And if you would like to support the channel a little bit further, you can, of course, consider becoming a member. We're looking to get to 500 members once again. We're only 51 away from that. If you're already a member, you can consider gifting some memberships. Alternatively, if you've got a question, a statement, an insult, a compliment, anything you really want to have yelled at me at your favorite YouTube streamer, you can send a super chat, which will put it on a big, beautiful coloured postcard for me to see. Kind of like how Edward has done with the member for 13 months with the Who Will Be Victorious. Thank you very much for being a member for 13 months. I'm not sure I said that, Edward. You're an absolute legend. Anybody who is a member, absolute legend. Anybody who's in the chat, absolute legend. You guys are the best. I love you very much. But what we're going to do now is we're going to hop over here, and I'm going to do this, and then we're going to film the what's it called, the admin at the beginning. So that goes like this, and you will have all seen me do this before in videos. So give me 2 seconds. Hit the record button. Hello everybody, it's the Warhipster here, coming at you with another Contrast Plus painting tutorial, and today we are kicking off a White Scars army project. Yes, it is happening. We have Qin Xa, the master of the Keshig here, all built and primed and ready to go. And well, I've been really looking forward to doing this one, and well, we are going to jump in just a moment. So both parts have been primed in Grey Seer, and we are going to be painting both parts. We've got the scenic base and we've got him himself. The scenic base comes apart, as you can see, there you go, into 3 pieces. Now we're obviously going to work on him, then we're going to work on his base, and then we're also going to work on the scenic base round about the same similar time. So we'll start with him, then them, and as mentioned, it has all been primed in Grey Seer. So what we're going to do now is going to grab our brushes and grab our paints, and we'll be right back to get started. There you go. How seamless was that? That's pretty cool, right? I'm a professional. Hooray! So, for all of you at home, and I will explain this in the video, but if you've ever seen Qin Xa, what he has is he's obviously in the white of the white scars, but he's got a little bit of a sort of dirty build-up, as it were. So the color we are actually going to be using first in just a second is going to be Seraphim Sepia, rather than like Apothecary White or Soulblight Grey. And the reason for that is we want to get that kind of yellowing in there first before we layer over the Corax White, which we will inevitably get to in just a moment after this. So I'm just going to grab my Seraphim Sepia. Here we go. And we're just going to open that one up, pop it down there, position the microphone, make sure we're comfortable, make sure everybody at home is comfortable. Are you comfortable? Are you happy? Are you excited? Are you ready? So here we go. We're going to go like this, and then we're going to hit record. So, the place we're going to start on Qin Xa is on all of his ivory armor. Now, unlike the white scars, usually, according to the box art, he's got a little bit of a kind of dirty build-up. So we're going to instead go for a bright white. What we're going to do is we're going to just give it a little bit of a dirty kind of undercoat first. And in order to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to start by taking some Seraphim Sepia. And we're going to apply this over the top of all of the parts that are going to be white. Now, this will be familiar to you Deathwing fans out there. But we're going to just get this all over the top like this and give it some nice kind of smooth brush strokes, being nice and methodical as we go around to get that really cool finish. Now, it doesn't matter too much if it's a little bit splotchy in places because we are going to be layering over the top of this because he is a white scar. He's not a Deathwing Terminator. So it's good practice just to kind of make sure you've got the right amount on your brush. You don't want to have any drips forming. You just want to glide across the surface of the model and take it one section at a time, like that. Sort of thing. As you can see, if you get a little bit too much like I just did there, you can just go over it until it's nice and distributedly even. That doesn't make any sense as a sentence, but you kind of get what I'm getting at. I'm going to do this over the top of all of the areas that are going to be this kind of slightly off-white. Just like that. And then once all that's done, we'll come back. There we go. Yeah, every so often the camera just drops focus. You just kind of have to just hope that it holds focus for long enough or it comes back. I couldn't possibly tell you that, Thomas. Let me just check in on... yep, we're all good. There we go. So we'll keep going. So what we're going to do here is... I mean, I know normally we go like to a full Warhipster battle ready standard across the entirety of the miniature. However, on this guy, because the armor is such an important part of it, we are actually going to do the relayering in just a minute. I was thinking about it just then. We're gonna do a little bit of a mix, where we're gonna mix a roughly sort of 1-to-1 mix, maybe 2-to-1 of Korax White and Screaming Skull, and that's just gonna kind of help us reinforce that kind of yellowiness. You see what I mean? Let me just check in on the back. Yeah, I thought as much. So we need to get right under here. And then we've got the front as well. Like that. And then there's just his arms. Like that. And like that. There we go. I'm looking at the preview on Warcom, and I am looking forward to see how Contrast plus those old Holborn fingers and claws. Oh, and Vizic. Oh, I see. I pre-ordered the Thanatar and Transport. Are you getting them, Josh? I am not, no. I wasn't sent them, and I am very, very poor. I don't have any money to buy Warhammer at the moment. We basically, this month, I'm hoping if we have a sort of almost video every day type thing, that maybe sets us up to buy something like a Thanatar next month. Because there is, for all of you fans of Middle-earth at home, so tomorrow there is the Werewolves of Angmar. And then this week you will also be getting a video on how to paint Aranarth and Argadir on foot and on horse. There he is. So that's another MESBG video. So there's 4 this week in total. If you haven't already seen it this weekend, we had the Knights of Arnor and Eomer, the last king of Gondor. So yeah, that video will be coming out as well. So Werewolves of Angmar, Aranarth and Argadir will also be coming this week, as well as an incredibly long stream of Space Marine 2. And then a bunch of videos for the rest of September. Hello, Forge Father Volcanistan. How you doing? Have you considered Baneblade Brown plus Corax White? Should be a bit warmer and more noticeable. I don't like Baneblade Brown for mixing. Baneblade Brown is very cold. I'd rather put in more yellow to make it a little bit warmer. Because Corax White will be too cold. And Screaming Skull will be too will be too bright and too bony. So we need to have a kind of a middle point between those two. It's even possible to do something like Ushabti Bone and Corax White. You can see what that looks like, actually, thinking about it. Something like that. Hello, I posted on your Norn Emissary video to say I'd use it to paint one for my son's birthday. I gave him the Norn today and he absolutely loved it. Thanks again. Oh, that's awesome, Mega Brune. Happy birthday to your son. Ayo. Ayo. I'm building a sniper for my Orlok. I need a good bit for a long rifle. Any suggestions on what bit to pick? You can't really go wrong with any AdMech weapons for a long rifle. Especially the what's it? Not the Transuranic Arquebus, because that thing's massive. The slightly smaller ones. Is Vallejo Grey Primer as good as Grey Seer Primer? I'm willing to try it out instead of the Citadel spray, but I wonder if my minis painted in contrast will differ much. I couldn't answer that with any confidence because I've not used the Vallejo Primer. But I can't see why it would be a bad shout. I think it must be pretty good. As Black Hole Eye says, Vallejo spray cans are very good. Martin Spoon, thank you very much for being a member for 4 months. Need to speed paint a Skaven Blood Bowl team before Saturday. Using your clan rap video for inspiration. Clan Molder with the red armor. Wish me luck. Good luck, Martin. Good luck indeed. How are you getting on? Are you dry yet? Nope. I'm going to look at this and see what it looks like. Because I'm thinking we go for a 1-to-1 of a Shabti bone and Korax white. And I think that's going to be a pretty nice colour. So if I go 1 and I go 2 of a Shabti bone, and then 1 and 2 Korax white. That should give us a perfect... Oh, it does. It's great. Okay. Let's just go for it, shall we? Filming camera. And then we want to mute the music. We want to get ourselves nice and situated. Make sure that we're in focus. Yes. So with that Seraphim Sepia all applied across the armor, what we're now going to do is we're going to take a roughly 1-to-1 mix of a Shabti bone and Korax white. And I know this is a little bit early, but what we're going to do is we're going to use this to relayer over the top of all of that armor. And this is going to give us that kind of slightly dirtier white that we're after. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this all over. And we're just going to avoid all of the recesses. Just like that. What do you think? Not just any white scar, the white scar, Jason. Well, not the. It's Qin Xa, the master of the Keshig. Are the banners of apotheosis different for different storm hosts? Do you mean different colours? Because yes. So you would paint it in the heraldic colours of your particular storm host. We don't need to go all the way up to his bottom. There we go. Oh, Dan Robbo, thank you very much for upgrading your membership to Warhipster. Absolute legend. I think that's looking pretty good. Let's have a look at it up close, shall we? Just got back from France. Absolutely can't wait to get back to painting something tonight. Full on withdrawals. I know how you feel. Sometimes if I'm away from my painting desk for even a day, I get antsy. I really like this colour. It's perfect. It looks so good. Cameron has been a member for 15 months. I'm moving for uni in 2 days to start my master's, so no painting for a bit, but look forward to all the incredible Skaven vids you'll have on the way. Well, one can hope, eh? It's 11 new Skaven kits. That would theoretically be a lot of videos. But good luck with the Masters, buddy. I just need to check something on the picture. No, that's gold as well. Okay, interesting. Interesting. It's a lot of gold, you know. You guys have all been members for ever such a long time. Dan Robbo. 14 months flies when watching awesome content. Thank you very much, Dan. Good evening. All your videos have helped me improve in such an awesome way. So many thanks. Oh, thank you, Dan. Alec Man has been a member for 4 months, and ADR Wargaming has been a member for 35 months. He says, I'll chip in with mine. How you doing, Adam? You okay? How's work? I'm quite pleased with this. I think it looks great. I am. I was just resting. So here we go. So this is it. So to explain the reason it's going to look like this, what we have to do is if we go to if I pull this out and then I go window capture and make that this, as you can see, here is Qin Xa. You see how he's a little bit yellowy? There you go. See? For anyone who doubted me. And then it just gets a bright white highlight. So it'll be a white scar highlight that'll just across all of it. But we won't do the bright white highlight now because we have to do Warhipster Battle Ready. But this is part of it, getting to Warhipster Battle Ready. So the next colour is either going to be all the red or it's going to be all of the brown, which is the cloth. My instinct is red, looking at it, but I'm not entirely sure. Entirely certain. Sorry for the non-GW game player question, but am I correct in thinking that there are no Skaven in 40k? Well, it's not inconceivable that there aren't rat men in 40k, but the Skaven, as it were, the race of Skaven, they are of the fantasy and Age of Sigmar ilk. Just want to get back to my Stormcast and Chaos Knights and start the Skaven half of Skaventide. I know, buddy. I know. What you need is you need time off where you're not doing anything. Like a long weekend that isn't a holiday or a wedding or something. Just to sit and reset. Just to moulder a little bit. Just to clan moulder a little bit. So I just need to quickly look at him. Yeah, so all of the trim is like a dark silver, so that's fine, because we can use Iron Warriors for that. I think we go for Flesh Tearers red, and we shade it with Reichland Flesh Shade for all the red, which are the kind of the shoulder pads and the kind of hip bits. And his helmet. That's my instinct. Here. So that's what I think we're going to do. Your fully licensed White Scars can battle my bootleg 3D printed Raven Guard. Yes, Greg. Gregory. I'm into that. Right, here we go. Filming. No. That's wrong. There we go. So that is something I need to remove from here. It should just be a seamless like this. There we go. Lovely. Liam Dempsey. You gorgeous, gorgeous man. Hello. Gifted 5 of the finest Warhipster memberships, like an absolute legend. Thank you so much, buddy. How you doing? That puts us on 454, and that's our first new members of the day, except for Robbo, who upgraded his membership. Dan Robbo, I should say. One Page Rules makes a futuristic rat men range for their game, along with futuristic lizard men. They are slightly different style than GW, though. Oh, there we go. I miss your face too, Liam. You need to message me about your Spearhead weekend. You need to tell me the dates. And then I can book it in. And then I can come and push my face into your face. Okay, music's off. Filming. And then hit record. So with that all done, what we're now going to do is we're going to move on. I'm not going to highlight it just yet because we've got a bunch of other colours to go. So we're going to take some Flesh Tearers red now, and we're going to apply this over the top of all of the areas that are going to be red. So we're going to apply this over the top of these pieces of armour along the hips, over the top of the shoulders, the little kind of top knot, and the helmet as well. And there is the White Scars iconography on his tummy as well. Then we're going to apply this over. But as always, just make sure you've got the box art nearby so you can see where to place it. There we go. And we're back. I just want to have a little bit of a closer look at it because there's bits of string and stuff in there which I've definitely just blobbed some red Flesh Tearers red over. You know, as is my wont. Just neatening up, really. But this is kind of like people ask me, how do I not get backache all the time? Is I do this, is I move back here to paint, and then I move forward to do the rest. So rather than huddling over the desk all day, I do generally tend to kind of move back and forth between how I'm sitting, just to readjust my position. Because otherwise, you know, like I said, you just your spine turns into dust if you paint as much as I do, which is a lot, all the time, every day. Good evening, Laura. Oh, we need music. We need music. There we go. Much better. If you're still here, Liam, did you have a nice weekend? What is the toughest model for me to paint? What is the toughest model to paint? It kind of varies, really. Like, I think lots of models have various different challenges, if you see what I mean. The toughest models to paint are when you have, like, well, like the clan rats, right? Each clan rat on its own, not very hard. 40 of them in a bunch of different color schemes, very difficult to do. That was tough. And like any boxes that have like 20 models in them, and that's just because I can't like to be motivated to paint 20 of them. So it's the same thing with Dominion with the hobgrots. Yeah, they were stressful. Croak was a stressful model to paint. Yes, absolutely, Croak was. As was Magnus the Red. Finally getting around to starting my Iron Jaws this edition. Got 20 hard boys. We'll probably do them in 10s, but the sculpts are next level good. Oh yeah, absolutely. Anything in cities take that spot? No, not really. Cities are pretty fine. Yeah, they come in boxes, like I said, boxes of 10. It's usually fine. Like it's just like longevity for me. When a model starts taking me like more than 2 days, I start to find it really stressful. And that happens with things like King Broad. King Broad was a great example. That was tough. Hello, Mr. Gwatkin. Hellstorm was a good event. Great. What are we chatting about? We are currently painting Qin Xa. And we're going to do a little bit more on it. So we're going to do the top knot and the helmet next, I think. So we'll do the top knot. So this is still Flesh Terror's red. One of the hardest things about painting any miniature, especially on a certain grand scale, and this is literally a problem only for me as somebody who makes how to paint guides, is when there isn't a picture of the back of the model and it's a model that hasn't come out yet. It's really annoying when that happens. So you have to kind of figure out like what the color of a cloak is, for example. And you have to do it by like snippets of footage from like the preview video. And the helmet is all of it apart from this kind of capped bit here. Because the rest of it's metallic, so it doesn't actually matter too much if we get some of this. On there. That will be all right. There we go. And then we got this bit. We'll be a little bit careful the closer we get to the ivory. There we go. Marvelous. And then we have the shoulders as well. There we go. I'm going to do the other shoulder in a more relaxed state. Do you do much non-metallic metal at all? No, I never do it. I don't like it. I will occasionally do like the sort of like the blended like swords and things, but I think non-metallic metal definitely has its places, but it's definitely for more of a display piece / social media display piece. And for me, life's just too short. Because I also think like if I was to do a tutorial on like how to paint non-metallic metal hammers of Sigmar, it's like I think a lot of people want to see that kind of video and be wowed at the spectacle of it, but then you go, well, it's not really a how to paint, is it? It's a watch me paint kind of thing, because I'd be damned if I would kind of replicate that across an army, you know. And also, I'll be honest with you, I just don't think I'm good enough with having the patience to do something like that, you know. I can do little bits of it here and there, but I like my metallics shiny. And there's a bunch of paints in there that make it shiny for you. You know where something like non-metallic metal techniques do really work, though, is on things like glass and mirrors. Stuff like that. That's where it definitely belongs. There we go. Uh, I'm super slow. I painted for 9 hours yesterday. I got one of 16 navy breaches to a key state. I did get the other 15 mostly base coated sans metals. Hey, look, speed isn't everything, you know. I have to go fast because I've got videos to make. You know, I have to appease the YouTube algorithm by making sure that the videos are done. So I have to paint at a reasonably fast pace. And that's gotten better over time. As in, it takes practice, you know. Hello, Alias 2002. Guys, we are 8 likes away from our target of 69 likes. That's our second like, our second target. Do you have any plans to cover mangler squids or a dankhold troggoth? Gloomspite gets on my next painting project. At the moment, I don't have plans to cover them in the near future, but they're on the list. My partner keeps telling me it's not a race, it's a journey. It takes how long it takes. That is exactly right. Like, you shouldn't rush a model, especially if you really want it to do if you want it to be really good. And speed comes with practice. You can practice speed, but speed comes with practicing techniques. So if you practice edge highlighting and you get better and better at edge highlighting, you get quicker and quicker at it because your confidence grows, right? So eventually, you might be frustrated at how long it takes you to paint a miniature now, but the more you paint those miniatures, the quicker it should get. As with any skill, right? And I have to get a minimum of 2 videos done a week, so I have to paint 2 models. And I can say as well, like, part of miniature painting, I think, is, and especially filming tutorials like this in kind of terms of getting them ready so everybody can follow them and enjoy them, is knowing a little bit about when to stop and when not to do something. So, like, there are sometimes, like, I won't highlight, like, belts and pouches and stuff. One, because it doesn't need it, and also, two, because it's just adding further complication and taking up more time to get those miniatures on the table. And I think a lot of the time, like, people don't really want to highlight belts and pouches, which is one of the plus sides of using contrast paint, is that you can get your belts and pouches done really quickly. So to then spend all that time fiddling around, like highlighting them, for example, it's not necessarily a priority for a lot of people. However, sometimes the belts and pouches are quite a prominent feature of the model. So, for example, something like Argadir, right? So this guy here. If we go overhead, so Argadir right there. So his scabbard is quite prominently placed right there, so it needs a highlight. And then you have the glove as well against the brightness of the haft of the spear. It's then like, well, yeah, we can highlight that there, and that should be that's a good thing to do. However, on something like Aranarth, for example, you wouldn't necessarily need to do that. Just, where is it? Over here. Thank you. So something like Aranarth, right? The fletchings of the arrows there, they don't need a highlight. So I didn't do that. And neither does his shirt. So his shirt doesn't need a highlight, but the kind of trim here, it does. And same for that bit under there as well. So it's kind of, there's a little bit of kind of placing and understanding your miniature. Are all the new MESPG guys resin? Yes, the ones that came out last weekend are resin. As for the ones coming in the future, we don't know. Love these. Are you doing any more Lord of the Rings minis? Yeah, so Aranath and Argadir are coming out this week, as are the Werewolves of Angmar. And then the there will be more in the future. But I've had to hit pause on MESBG because I've got a bunch of other stuff to do. Do you have a video on how to highlight, please? Yes, I do. I do have a video that will give you some suggestions on helping you with your highlighting. Let's just go and find it. There it is. Share, copy, boom. Bosh. There you go. Any older ones say the Fellowship. I don't actually have a copy of the Fellowship, but what I do have is the Ambush at Amon Hen to do. That's in my back catalogue of things. I appear to just be like accumulating MESBG models at the moment. I have lots of them, and I want to get a bunch of them done. So I think once we know more about when the next edition is coming, that will be when I kind of hit it hard. So like what we did with AOS with the Project Spearhead, and will Project Spearhead be continued? Yes, it will. It will, absolutely it will. But what we did with Project Spearhead was in the lead up to Age of Sigmar, we did Spearhead. So I want to, in the lead up to the new edition of MESBG, do a bunch of MESBG. I find the base coating is the longest part for me. Maybe I'm being too precious about being neat in that stage. Details and highlights feel quicker. Base coating is the bit that takes the longest. It can take an age to base coat something, and then the shading is done in 2 seconds. For me, the way we paint around here in the Contrast Plus style is the base coating is actually just is critical stage. That's how you create the paint by numbers section. The highlighting and the shading and all that kind of thing actually should be quicker than the base coating stage. For me, because you're talking about, you get it to that Warhipster battle ready standard, or the battle ready standard, and then you're adding a couple of highlights as a flourish just to make certain details pop and to really make it stand out. Do you have any plans for painting the new Blood Angels box? Yeah, we've done it. We've done Astaroth and Lamatis. That's it for things that were new in that box, so that's what gets models. I also have a tutorial on how to paint Death Company. I just don't think I need to film it again, if you see what I mean. It seems a bit silly to do it again. But yeah, the Astaroth and Lamatis videos are already out. And everything else in that box is an old model. Not that old. Some of them are only a year old. Well, in fact, they're all... No. The Jump Pack Intercessors are a year old at this point. The Brutalis is a little over a year old. And the Assault Intercessors are 4 years old? 4 years old? They came out with Indomitus, I think. Is that when they came out? Yeah. We are on 77 likes. We are 23 likes away from 100 likes on this stream. We are also 46 members away from 500. Which meant if everybody here gifted one, we would get there. And if one person gifted 50, that would be insane. What do you have against the Skink Starseer? Only one I think you left out of the new Seraphon. Actually, I also haven't done the Agrodon Lancers. I've just ran out of time to do them. I was very, very busy at the time, and I haven't had time since to go back and do it. I love the Assault Intercessors, might be my favourite Space Marine models. I agree. They are amongst some of the best Space Marine models. The dynamism in this is great. I love even if you just build all of the individual versions of them, like one with a grenade harness and all that kind of thing. It's a really, really, really nice, really nice set of models. Lone Monkey Productions, thank you very much for the one gifted membership. Legend. That puts us on 455. Asmodeus, thank you very much for the one gifted membership. Legends, both of you. 456. Blade Guard Veterans are my favourite Space Marine models. Blade Guard Veterans are sick. I really liked the glow up for the Stern Guard I've had, but that's because I've always liked Stern Guard. Stern Guard have always been amongst my favourite. The original Stern Guard kit was the best one. I think it was amazing. There were so many great poses in it. Alan L, thank you very much for becoming a member. Exceptional. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Good afternoon to you too, Dewey. Trying to do my part. That's very kind of you, Lone Monkey. Yeah, there's something about the old Stern Guard. I mean, the old Stern Guard kit had a sword and a scabbard, which, as you all know, I'm a big fan of. The one of him leaning on it like that as well, which was just amazing. I love that piece. It's just a beautiful piece of plastic. I love it. That kind of thing, always the best. Models at rest. Best models that Games Workshop makes. Especially when it comes to heroes. Gordon, thank you very much for the one gifted membership. That's very kind of you. See, now we're on 458. Incredible scenes. How are we getting on with the red? It's nearly all dry. Oh, I missed a bit. There we go. Fixed it. Dry! I know you can do it, model. Because we're going to give it a shading in a minute. Josh, have you ever come across another painting method and thought, I really want to try that? Not really. I come across, like, the occasional, like, recipe, and I go, oh, that's nice. And I might replicate it. But I haven't really I don't really come up across, like, you know, completely different methods of painting and think, oh, yeah, no, that looks exciting and fun to try. Because I really love the way I paint. You know what I mean? How would you recommend doing the white clothing of Black Templars? Isn't it more... Let me have a look. I mean, you're in luck because I have a playlist. New channel, and then playlists. I believe. So on the channel, we should have somewhere. I'm trying to find it now. How to paint the Castellan, the Emperor's Champion, There's video added, and then I'm pretty certain there's a Black Templars playlist. Yeah, there is. So you're in luck because we have a playlist there which is how to paint Black Templars, Chaplain Grimaldus and Retinue, High Marshal Helbrecht, the Castellan, and the Emperor's Champion. Leviticus Hateford, thank you very much for becoming a member. Hello again. Hello. How are you doing? Puts us on 459. 41 away now. If we are talking about missing videos, not having a Vandus is odd, you being lol, was he before the YouTube thing? I haven't painted Vandus as Vandus Hammerhand. I painted a Celestant on Dracoth for my old Ambles of the Heldenhammer army, but that was way before YouTube. And yeah, I just haven't had time to do Vandus. And the longer and longer I leave it, the riskier it becomes, because everyone's convinced that there's going to be a new Vandus model. And I hate when I paint something and then its new version comes out. It really annoys me. Where is my Reichling flesh shade? Ah, there it is. Okay. We're going to film another clip. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to hit pause. We're going to go to the filming screen. We're going to focus the camera on Qin Xa. And then we're going to hit record. So with all of that Flesh Tearer's red applied, what we're then going to do is we're going to take some Reichland Flesh Shade and we're going to use this over the top. There you go. Therefore, painting a Celestant Prime will force GW to make a new one. Yeah, see, that would make me really sad if a new Celestant Prime dropped just after I'd painted the old one. I don't mind if there's like a couple of years between them, but like twice it's happened now where people have said, "Oh, can you do a painting tutorial on how to paint Commander Farsight?" And I've gone, "Yeah, okay, go on then, I'll make the video." And I make the video, and then what happens? Here's a new Farsight. It's like, great. That's 2 Farsight videos in 6 months. And same thing happened with Dante as well. Exactly the same thing happened with Dante. It was really annoying. So I'm always a bit like, you know, ugh. So it's why like I'm unlikely to make a video on how to paint like Karandras or Asaman, because let's face it, they're definitely going to get a new model when the Eldari launch comes out. And if not those, then something adjacent to that. But like anything that's currently in Finecast at the moment is likely to happen. So I'm like, well, I don't want to do the same video twice. Because the other part of it as well is it's protecting me, but it's also protecting you guys. Because if I make a really good video, for example, on how to paint Karandras, for example, people go out and buy the Karandras model, and then when they go, "Here's the new one," you go, "Oh, well, I just bought the old one to follow your video," and it's like, great, because now that model's been invalidated, and I hate doing that to people. It feels a little bit like I'm in on the joke, as it were. I really want to buy the Krieg command unit from Forge World with the casual sergeant, but I think we might get something similar in plastic. Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's a great point. Jason Papworth, thank you very much for the 1 gifted membership. Legend. That puts us on 460. So we are 40 away now. 40. From 500. And they've already stated, last week, James, haven't they, that Krieg are getting a full plastic launch. So it's like, yeah, you could buy the Forge World one now, but a cheaper one in plastic's coming. Want to make a Vermin Lord that's more Clan Molder? Any suggestions? That is a good question. I mean, a cool thing to do with Clan Molder would be to sort of use big lumpy bits of green stuff to stick smaller Skaven to it. If you look at things like the Brood Terror, is that what it was called? Brood Horror, something like that. Brood Terror, the big thing that they previewed that's coming out very soon. That's Clan Molder right there, right? Same for like the Master Molder. So you can like sculpt in like the boils and the saws and stuff quite easily with green stuff. But if you take like the Clan Rats that just came out, because they are push fit, there are bits where like there is a head and an arm, for example. So if you can find a way to sculpt those into the Vermin Lord using green stuff to create the kind of the swollen saw bits around the seams, that would make it look a lot more Molder for sure. But will it have the coolest sergeant? Well, that is the risk you run, James. I don't know. I won't know until about 3 weeks before you guys do. Unless they preview it all in a video, in which case we all find out at exactly the same time. By the way, Josh, you as excited for the Skaven pre-orders as I am. I'm pretty excited. You've got 11 new kits coming. 11? It's an outstanding amount of plastic. I was thinking of Be'lakor as a base, then giving it a Vermin Lord head, a green stuff whip, and a giant man catcher. Yes. Yeah, that would all work. That would look great. You'd have to do a bit of work around the wings, because the Vermin Lords don't have wings, I don't think. How long after Skaven until we get Stormcast Eternals, you think? I don't know. I think they might be... I'm guessing... maybe a similar time to the Skaven in October. I would guess like the 3rd or 4th week of October is my guess. I think it'll be I think it'll be October. I could be completely wrong though, and it could be November. It won't be long though. Because they've got to get that out, and they've got to get Stormcast out and Slaves to Darkness out before the end of the year. And we are now in September, which is my birthday month. In 24 days, it will be my birthday. I will be turning a mighty 34. You doing armies on parade this year? Painted enough for it. I wish. I don't have time. I could do it. I just don't have time to put together a board or anything. It would be nice. Minion... Oh my goodness me. James Matthias with 50. 50? 50 gifted memberships. That is the big one. Happy early birthday. Wow. That's very early. That's very early. Oh my goodness me. Thank you so much, James. Amazing. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And also thank you very much, Minion Mike, for answering for the 5. Thanks for answering my Lord of the Rings questions. You're very welcome, Minion Mike. Thank you. That was very, very generous of you, James. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Look at that, the big 50. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. This has been a really good, really good year. 33 to 34 has been a fantastic year. Well, I mean, we're already on 382 miniatures painted. We've gone well past 365. So the 600, was it 600 I wanted or 500? I wrote it down in my goals list for the year. Where is it? 2024 goals. 600 models, yeah. So there's not a lot of time left, but 218 models left to go to get to 600. This will be the first time I've done 600 in a month. My birthday month too. I've asked the wife to treat me and take the kids out for the day so I can paint. That's a great birthday present. Hola to you as well, Peleus12. I feel like large models should count for more than one. Sadly, they don't, Butchie Ponderosa. They don't. They do not. They still only count as one. Otherwise, I would count them as multiples. Paint 40 more Skaven and you will be close to 600. No. No, 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 no. I could do it if I painted everything left in the house and didn't get anything new between now and the end of December. But there will be more. We need to. I hope we do get the 600. I've painted 500 a couple of times a year now in a year. You only have 40 models. No, 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 no. I have many, many, many models. I could get to 600 models if I just painted everything that was in this house, and I'd still have hundreds left over. Started following your Lionel Johnson tutorial last week. Absolutely love your final result. I hope mine is half as good. I bet it will be, Brendan. So, guys, at the beginning of the stream, I asked you a question about this Thursday, and I'm going to ask the question again about Thursday, because we are going to be streaming Space Marine 2, and all things going well, because it'll be available on early access for anybody who's bought a gold or ultra edition. So Reza and I are going to be streaming it from about 5 o'clock onwards. The question I asked is, what do you guys want to see? Do you want to see us play the campaign, or do you want us to see us do the co-op, like the operations? I'm happy to go with whatever you guys want. So we're going to be going live on Thursday from about 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock GMT, UK time. And we're gonna be going from 5 until quite late, so it's gonna be a long stream. Now, if everybody doesn't want to see the campaign because they want to avoid spoilers, then we won't play the campaign. If you want to see all the PvE missions, the operations, we will do that instead. There are 3 different pillars of this game for us to be able to play. So just keep that in mind for Thursday. That is what we're going to be doing, and do let me know. I'm seeing a mix of campaign and PvE. We might do 2 because we might do a bit of the campaign, and then we might do a bit of the PvE. You might need a poll. I think we'll put a poll live on the Thursday for sure, and we'll do that for about 10-15 minutes before the game is available. But I might be able to. Can I pre-install it now yet? I wonder if we can now. Let's have a look. Steam library. Where are you? Space Marine 2. No, I can't preload it yet. So yeah, we are going to be on Thursday. Do the PvP and we'll meet in the arena of battle. I mean we might be able to do all of it. PvP with Discord members. Yeah, so this is what we've talked about, is that I think based on if this game is good, okay, I am going to set up a time as a Discord benefit, as a membership benefit, as a Patreon subscriber benefit. There will be times to play Space Marine 2 together. We'll either do PvE missions, we'll do PvP. We'll do all of that kind of thing. But I do want to, if the game is good. If the game is not good, which I don't think it will be, but if the game is not good, then it won't be a thing. But if the game is good, if the game is how we think it's going to be, or how we're wishing it to be, then it will become we will do a monthly kind of get together type thing in the Discord. And we might even be able to do it's 6v6, isn't it, the PvP? So we get a team of 6 together. But other people have jobs, so it might be that later on it might be that we do campaign first for a little bit, and then later on maybe Adam or something joins us and we do the PvE as a team of 3. But we will figure it out. But Thursday is going to be a big day for Space Marine 2. I just hope it works, because it's the only thing that worries me about the game at the moment is that it's terribly optimized for PC, and that it doesn't work. I think it will be fine, but you never know with games these days. Buy the game. Here's the game, and now here is a 150 gigabyte patch that fixes everything. I know this is purely speculation, but as a painter, which Primarch do you want to come back next for cool new models to paint? I mean, the Chaos ones are always more fun to paint. There's more stuff going on there, so probably Fulgrim, I would say. The big question is, which Legion skin is Warhipster going to play as? Well, I could leave that up to you guys. What do you want to see? We might even be able to paint our own. But maybe we'll be a Blood Angel. But then I feel like if we're a Blood Angel, we'll only be able to play as the assault classes. You know, we'll see. A White Templar. Ooh. Should I just go as a Howling Griffin? Or something like that? It should be cool. Do 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 do. I'm dead excited for it though. You should play as an exorcist. Ooh. Ooh, that's a good idea. Or a Minotaur. Do you reckon we can do Minotaurs? Ooh. Or a Hallowed Knight. No? A Raven Guard. A White Scar. I could go as a White Scar, to be fair. I'm really into White Scars right now. Good evening. Loving the recent MESBG videos you've posted. I'm waiting on my pre-ordered Werewolves, Shadow of Roudoir, and some Barrow Whites to arrive. Well, good news, because a Werewolves video is coming tomorrow. Lamenters. I don't want to be really unlucky as I play, though. You know, I don't want to, like, step on every grenade. The game gives you a lot of disadvantages. Yeah, exactly. You just get hit by everything all of the time. Introducing a new mechanic for Space Marine 2. Certain chapters get benefits to certain things, and they get certain nerfs to other things. For example, Lamenters, you don't have a dodge button. Good luck getting out of the way. That would be very funny. Let's have a look. Confirmed chapters, Space Marine 2. What have we got? So... Oh, interesting. But it says there's only the first founding. Ultramarines, Dark Angels, Blood Angels, Iron Hands, Imperial Fist, Space Wolves, Rat Salamanders, Raven Guard. But that's not true. I've seen White Scars. I know that they're going to be adding a massive Dark Angels pack later. Currently, the currently available founding chapters are Dark Angels, White Scars, Space Wolves, Imperial Fists, Blood Angels, Iron Hands, Ultramarine Salamanders, and Raven Guard. The currently available successor chapters are Black Templars, Blood Ravens, Carcharodons, Exorcists, Minotaurs, Omega Marines, Red Scorpions, Storm Giants, and Taurons. The currently available unknown founding chapters paid DLC pack are Brazen Consoles, Castellans of the Rift, Doom Eagles, Genesis Chapter, Hawk Lords, Iron Hounds, Libators, Nova Marines, Praetors of Orpheus, Scythes of the Emperor, Tome Keepers, and Void Tridents. Interestingly, these are all Ultramarine specific successor chapters. Scythes of the Emperor might look great. I do really like the black and yellow of the Scythes of the Emperor. Game shouldn't have a hard mode, it should have a Lamenter's mode. Yeah, exactly. No dodge, no parry, and your armor magnetizes every bullet ichor towards you. It's all got, everyone's got tracking on you. They've all got homing missiles. Go for it, painting. Hello. How you doing? So, just to show you guys what we've done. So, on Qin Xa, we've done exactly what I thought we were going to be able to, because we've pretty much run out of time. We've done the red to Warhipster Battle Ready, and we've done the white, well, the ivory up to Warhipster Battle Ready. All that's left is the metallics and a lot of other stuff. Loads of details are left to go on Qin Xa. But that is a pretty good start for the first sort of 2 hours of painting him. And as mentioned, we are filming it, so not to worry. We will do more of it next Me Time Monday. We might even do more of it on Wednesday. I haven't decided what we're going to do on Wednesday yet, actually. Oh, wow, that is a very out of... There we go. Wednesday is kind of the calm before the storm of Space Marine 2. I'm so excited. It's either going to be the best game I've ever played, or it's going to be really disappointing. I'm kind of just like, it's going to be one of those two things. But we will go live and we will discover it all together on Thursday. I'm not going to do any I'm not going to do any research. I'm just going to turn it on and we're going to go for it. And it's going to be a good time. I hope. Boom, 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 boom. I wish I had like affiliate links and stuff for you, but I don't. I'm not famous enough yet for that kind of thing. But I think we're gonna. Do you know what? It also gives me hope that one day we maybe get a Stormcast Eternals game, because I want one in the same vein as Space Marine 2. I want a Stormcast game that's like that. Just all hammers all the time. I think the world is ready for it. And if this one goes well, we have to try and force them to make that. Because I think it could be great. Just a game literally just called Stormcast. And it makes sense, right? Because you've got the respawn mechanic, right? I always thought like with a game like Stormcast, you could do a Souls-like game, because the reforging is literally right there, like the kindling and all that kind of thing that you have in Dark Souls and stuff like that. You have all of that lore right there. You can just be reforged, and return in a bolt of lightning, which would be amazing. But I want a Stormcast game that is like this, the Space Marines. I think it would be a triumph. Well, yeah, Realms. I enjoyed the bit of Realms of Ruin that I played, and I need to go back and I need to finish it. But that RTS type thing is great. I love it. But it's a game that I've played for, how old am I? I've played that type of game since Command and Conquer and Age of Empires, and the game that kind of style of RTS type thing has been around for a while now, and whilst it was fine, I want a third person camera over the shoulder, get down and dirty with the Stormcast Eternals, just battering your way through hordes of Skaven and whatever. That would be amazing. It's like Vermintide, a little bit, but just different to that. Command and Conquer Tiberian Sun. Yes, I loved that game. That's the Command and Conquer I think of. That was the one I played the most as a kid. I played Age of Empires 1 and 2 and 3. But Command and Conquer Tiberian Sun was the one I spent the most time playing. I loved it. I just remember the medics. Give me some room! Like, I played bits of, like, Red Alert and stuff like that, but Tiberian Sun was the one that we owned. I played a lot more of those games at friends' houses, but we owned Tiberian Sun. Total War Warhammer series got me into all of this. This is why I'm here now, apart from Josh's charm and the community, of course. I understand. Total War Warhammer is a big draw. I keep thinking about, like, I might one day just do a video about my favorite games, just for me. Because video gaming is a really big part of my of my story. It's a huge part of it. And I love video games. You GDI guy or a nod guy? I always liked the GDI because that was because I liked their units better. The Mammoth and the Wolverine. Yeah. I just preferred the units. That was why. Which is weird because red's my favorite color, so I should have been into the nod. Construction complete. When/or do you still care about achievements? I used to be an Xbox player, got over 100,000 gamer score, but moved to PC, Steam, and kind of missed them. I I never really got too obsessed about gamer score and trophies and things like that until I played a game where I was like, there's only 2 or 3 left to get. That was the only time, right? So like, um, I would like, for example, God of War Ragnarok, right? I did everything in it, and I was like, there's only 2 achievements I haven't gotten yet, so I'll go and do them. But sorry, trophies as they are on PlayStation. So I went and did them. It was the same thing for Call of Duty 4, actually. Modern Warfare 4, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, when that originally came out. I did the same thing. Gamerscore, then I was on Xbox. Just complete it. Just make sure you get it all done. Gears of War did the same thing. Occasionally it's like, oh, actually, do you know what? I'm pretty close. Dead Rising as well. Dead Rising 1, same thing. But otherwise, normally I wouldn't really care about it. What's like, from, if you played RTS games, right? What's one of the like voice lines from it that always sticks with you? Because mine are all the ones that really stick in my head are the ones from Dawn of War. I always think of walk softly and carry a big gun. That one. I love that line. It's so stupid. Walk softly and carry a big gun. That was great. Your health is low. Do you have any potions or food? Your health is low. God, I'd forgotten about that. There's a game, isn't there, where it's a DLC or something for the thing where it's the guild master is murdered and he was found, his body was found in a room with the words "Your health is low" written on the wall. Come, show me what passes for fury amongst your misbegotten kind. That's great. Oh, do you know what? Uh, a really good one from God of War was um, you do not fear death. No, death can have me when it earns me. Oh, oh, Kratos. And of course, boy. Boy. It always used to make me laugh how the librarian in Dawn of War just had the longest voice lines for the simplest things. Just all the time. There's always an open mind is like a fortress with its gates unlocked and unbarred. Okay, great. But the one that sits in my head as well is, at last, a challenge worthy of my skill. A challenge worthy of my skill. Okay. Okay, fine. Yes, most beneficent one. Great, great one. If you ever played Dead Island 1 as well, one of the merchants, every single time you spoke to him, there was always, where did I put that? Every time. And of course, from Resident Evil 4, what are you buying? Oh, games, right? What are you buying? And the one I got Reza with the other day, if you ever played Commandos, there was the Green Beret. He always used to say the Oh, I mean, yeah, I can't use that yet. I can't do that. I can't do that yet. All that kind of thing. The ones that stick with me for that are World of Warcraft. I can't do that yet. Not enough mana. I am not ready. I love that because it makes no sense. Why are you standing there going, I am not ready. I am not ready. I can't do that yet. Why? The visual prompt is enough. I can't attack that target. Out of range. That one sort of makes sense. Who are you declaring that to? Leon! Leon! Help me, Leon! No. I will not. Ah, oh, good lord. Video games. They bring us together. Snake? Snake? Snake! Dun 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 dun. Cryptic metaphor. The raven on my brow thirsts for his blood. Oh, the Spider-Man game. There's one of the Spider-Man games where the people shout things at you as you swing by. And one of the ones I always remember is, "You the man, Spidey! No, you the man!" So annoying. It's like my younger brother really liked playing. Well, we all did, right? But Ben played it played it a lot more than I played Sims, the Sims more than we did. But so now every so often I will text Ben or I'll call him and I'll just say, "Do you canoe?" Hey, Sylvester of Terror. Any use "would you kindly" in your work emails, hoping they've been indoctrinated in Rapture and just don't know it, or just me? Bioshock. Yeah, that's good. That's a good one. I did have one of my great unclean ones killed by Angron in a 40k game recently, and it was such a shock. I just said out loud, "The line has ended. The line has ended. Flee for your lives." Boy. Boy. And then the really good one that I think is very appropriate for Thursday is the Codex Astartes is a set of rules. They guide us, shape us as ultramarines, teach us to hold duty and honor sacred above all. But how we live those rules is the true test of a space marine, and you have failed. Titus! God damn you, Leandros. I hope in the game, someone at some point just goes, "Oh yeah, Leandros, he died shortly after of a cold." Do you think I need to catch up on the Space Marine 1 game story before 2? No, I don't think you do. No, you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. Yeah, it'll be all good. No! We don't justify Leandros. He's being an ass. The Codex Astartes does not support this action. Oh, grow up. No one cares. Even Gilliman himself said it's more like a set of guidelines, actually. The pirate code is not a set of laws. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for hanging out with me today. You are all legends, awesome people. Great stream. I'm going to run now because it is time for dinner. Yeah, I've got lots to do. I've got a very busy week. Don't know if I told you that. Very busy week indeed. So thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Absolute legendary from our donators. James Matthias with 50 gifted memberships. Minion Mike, Jason Papworth, Leviticus Hateford, Gordon Pryor, Alan, Asmodeus, Lone Monkey Productions, Liam, ADR Wargaming, Elec Man, Dan Robbo, Cameron, Martin Spoon, Edward, and Mark Watson. Thank you so much for all the gifted memberships, super chats, and for the months of memberships. You guys are legends, one and all. Thank you. I will see you all very soon for a painting video tomorrow, a stream on Wednesday, a stream on Thursday, and a painting video on Friday. Maybe another stream on Friday as well. We'll see how we go on Space Marine. Have a good one, guys. Love you. Here is the hand of farewell, and I shall wave it at you until I press this button. See ya. Have a good one. Best audience ever. Bye.